Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, grilled on Blake Lively in contentious interview.
So Friedman added, "I've represented a lot of people in the worst moments of their careers, the worst moments of their life, and Justin has been destroyed by this."
Blake Lively was laughing and having a good time, and no one could really see that there's anything off here.
Basically, Blake Lively Justin Baldoni cases likely won't settle before trial, and this is according to Justin's lawyer.
Can you say with certainty that your client did not harass her?
I can say that with certainty that my client is one of the most honorable people I've ever met.
Because this is about a man's reputation. This is about multiple people whose lives have been turned upside down, accusations that have been thrown out that need to be proven. So Friedman added, "I've represented a lot of people in the worst moments of their careers, the worst moments of their life, and Justin has been destroyed by this. This is a really serious thing."
He sat down and chatted in a new podcast interview, and he had a lot to say.
And in this day and age, the only way you can truly get back is to prove your innocence. And he noted how trials are now important to prove your innocence. So 3 months after Blake Lively levied SH allegations on the set of It Ends With Us, Justin Baldoni's lawyer admitted that a settlement likely isn't in the forecast. So the high-profile litigator Brian Friedman noted that his client has been destroyed by this. His words.
What happens when Hollywood's golden girl faces the perfect storm of controversy for years? Blake Lively has been the ultimate symbol of perfection, a devoted wife, a doting mother of 4, and one of the most beloved actresses in Tinseltown. Her polished image seemed untouchable, almost too perfect to be real. But now, cracks are starting to form in that carefully curated facade, exposing a side of her life she desperately tried to keep hidden. At the center of it all is an explosive legal battle with her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni, a feud that has spiraled far beyond the movie set. As accusations fly, secrets spill, and behind-the-scenes manipulations come to light. One thing is painfully clear: this isn't just about a workplace disagreement or creative differences. It's about power, who holds it, who wants it, and who's willing to do whatever it takes to protect their reputation. It's about control, betrayal, and the dark underbelly of Hollywood relationships. This scandal is unraveling faster than anyone could have predicted, pulling in everyone from Reynolds to Hugh Jackman and leaving no stone unturned. Let's dive deep into the drama unfolding in real time, where every twist feels like it's ripped straight out of a blockbuster thriller, but this time, it's all too real. It all started back in late 2023, smack dab in the middle of filming It Ends With Us. Blake Lively filed sexual harassment claims against Justin Baldoni, claiming he made her feel unsafe and disrespected during production. At first glance, it seemed like another unfortunate chapter in Hollywood's #MeToo era, movement that has brought much-needed attention to issues of consent, respect, and accountability in the entertainment industry. But here's the catch: the timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Blake wrapped her scenes without any apparent issue, smiled for the cameras like nothing was wrong. And then, almost immediately after, the director yelled cut. Lawsuit. Papers were being drawn up. Critics were quick to point out how calculated the sequence of events appeared. If someone truly felt victimized or unsafe on set, wouldn't they address it sooner rather than waiting until their work was done? This delay raised eyebrows across the board, with many questioning whether Blake's actions stemmed from genuine distress, or if she was orchestrating an elaborate PR strategy. Was this a sincere cry for justice, or was Blake playing the ultimate PR game, leveraging her carefully curated image as Hollywood's golden girl to control the narrative? After all, in an industry where perception often outweighs reality, every move can either make or break a career, and Blake's next steps would prove crucial in determining which side of history she'd fall on.
But these types of cases take a massive personal toll. They take a huge financial toll. It's really, really difficult. And for them, it's not a game, right? For them, it's not entertainment, and it shouldn't be, because this is about a man's reputation. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni both refused to meet with the mediator and potentially have a settlement. So, what was true in February, it seems nothing much has changed. The only thing that would really make a settlement possible would be an apology. And I can't see that happening anytime soon. So Friedman then said, "You keep referring to it as a circus, and I get it. You see a lot of cases, you see a lot of things, and you do a great job. But the reality is this is not a circus when you go through an experience like this. There is a new documentary that has come out in the UK regarding Justin and Blake. But yes, this documentary in particular was with England's ITN Productions.
Like, where is the evidence? She said she felt uncomfortable in the dancing scene. Justin Baldoni showed a video from the dancing scene. We couldn't see anything there.
And will stream on Max and Discovery Plus beginning on March 31st. And the documentary will chronicle the ins and outs of the Lively and Baldoni legal battle surrounding their 2024 film, It Ends With Us. There was more discussion about the dance scene footage. And again, this is the same person who looked at the dance footage from before. So Mia's take on the video was that it didn't prove Justin's case. It actually backed up Blake's, which a lot of people disagreed with, and it caused a lot of controversy. So I was interested that Mia spoke for this documentary, and HBO's Insecure and Perry Mason weighed in on the dramatic on-set feud between the It Ends With Us co-stars, which is now the subject of multiple lawsuits.
Enter Brian Friedman, Justin, Baldoni's lawyer and a seasoned Hollywood litigator, with years of experience handling high-profile cases. In a recent podcast interview on The Town in March 2025, Friedman didn't mince words when addressing the brewing legal firestorm between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. He stated outright that there would be no settlement. This case is heading straight to trial, no matter what. Why? Because this isn't just about allegations. It's about protecting a man's reputation at all costs. For Friedman, this isn't just another lawsuit, it's personal. Justin has been destroyed, he said bluntly, referring not only to his professional downfall, but also the immense emotional and financial toll this ordeal has taken on Baldoni's life. According to Friedman, these types of cases are devastating. They dismantle careers, drain bank accounts, and leave lives in ruins. Meanwhile, Blake's courtroom demeanor tells a completely different story. Witnesses inside the courtroom describe her as visibly shaken, struggling to maintain composure under pressure. There were even moments where she reportedly broke down emotionally, clutching tissues and appearing overwhelmed. This raises an important question. Did Blake underestimate the backlash her accusations would provoke? Or was she banking on a quick resolution through PR spin or a quiet settlement, only to find herself blindsided by Friedman's relentless pursuit of justice? Her emotional reaction suggests she may not have anticipated the sheer force of opposition coming from Baldoni's camp or the public scrutiny that followed as tension escalate. It's becoming increasingly clear that this courtroom battle will expose far more than either party ever intended.
From reading the text messages, I do get the sense that at one point there was genuine affection between them and what felt like a friendship. Now, Mia was not involved in the making of It Ends With Us, which I guess is a good thing because it's a neutral voice. But Mia also went on to say, in my experience, when an actor says, I don't need to meet the intimacy coordinator until we're shooting, as much as it hinders my process, it does typically indicate that they trust their scene partner. I think a lot of us did feel that there was a lot of potentially manipulation going on. And again, this is the same person who looked at the dance footage.
One of the scenes that Blake Lively has apparently also complained about, that she felt uncomfortable in shooting. This video that's been leaked that is on Reddit showed that Blake Lively was laughing and having a good time, and no one could really see that there's anything off here.
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will be deposed, and I suspect that that might be making Ryan Reynolds extremely nervous, and I'll tell you why.
The love interest of his best friend's wife, and the guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband and me as his best mate. Holy what the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
Well, actually what I said last time is, of the 92-8 split, which is 92% of cases settled and 8 don't, this does meet criteria of being within that 8%. Because it's intensely personal.
You don't want to believe that execs at the very tippity top are being essentially threatened or bullied or coerced or extorted, and by a couple like he was in fact a part of the bullying that happened to Justin Baldoni.
And so I think there could be some argument about whether it was leaked and shouldn't have been leaked, and should they have the information or what it may be. But no matter what happens, this is a damning quote.
Remember the infamous dance scene that everyone's still buzzing about? Well, According to leaked footage analyzed by none other than intimacy coordinator Mia, Blake appeared completely relaxed and at ease throughout the entire filming process, far from the distress and discomfort she later claimed to have felt. The video actually captures her laughing, smiling, and genuinely enjoying herself. It's almost as if the tension she described in court never existed on set. But here's where things get even more complicated and controversial. Private text messages between Blake and Justin have also come to light, and they paint a very different picture of their working relationship. These messages suggest that Blake and Justin shared a close rapport during the production, one that seems to directly contradict the victim narrative she's been presenting to the public. For instance, Blake allegedly delayed meeting with the intimacy coordinator as standard protocol in Hollywood because, as Mia pointed out, actors only skip or postpone such meetings when they feel they can trust their scene partner implicitly. So, the question on everyone's mind is if Blake trusted Justin enough to bypass crucial safety protocol. LS, why is she now accusing him of misconduct? Mia's expert analysis has only added more fuel to the fire, leaving fans, media outlets, and industry insiders questioning the validity of Blake's claims. Was this truly a case of harassment? Or is there something deeper at play here? One thing's for sure, the contradictions keep piling up, and Blake's story is starting to unravel under the weight of these revelations.
Like financial resources to trying to convince the public that these bromances are perfectly normal. And we're not really asking for that convincing. Like, I don't need people to convince me that guys can hang out with one another, but he feels like he has to make that effort. So he's like, nothing's weird here, nothing's weird. Bromances are so normal.
So that's really a huge win for Justin Baldoni.
He's also very charismatic. Like a gay guy.
Is Blake Lively a beard? Like, is she there just to produce kids and to give him that family image?
And like trying to normalize all of this, all of these gay jokes, but nobody's actually asking him to do that.
It's intensely personal. It's getting more personal. They're going to discover more information that's going to make them angry. They're out to salvage their reputation, so there's not going to be an easy way to walk away from this and say, okay, let's just call it a day.
Juries don't like liars. Trials are about credibility.
She wants different rules for her than she wants for Baldoni and his team, which I don't think the judge will agree with.
So her testimony is super important in this case, and if you can show the jury that she's lied, juries don't like liars.
Love interest of his best friend's wife, and the guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband, and me as his best mate. Holy shit. What the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
Ryan's kind of perpetually highly publicizing his bromances is something that I find to be quite strange, right? Mostly because he's a 48-year-old man, Ryan Reynolds. He has 4 kids, and he seems to dedicate a lot of time and resources.
He said that it made her really uncomfortable when Jamie Heath showed nude photos of his wife giving birth. We've seen the photo. We can't see any private parts in the photo from the film. One thing is to remove it from the poster, as we've seen, but they also removed it from the cast, the list of the cast for the movie.
He is being awarded for his contributions with a deposition, all right?
Just when you thought things couldn't get messier, enter Hugh Jackman. Yes, Wolverine himself is being dragged into this circus not because he wants to be, but because Justin's legal team subpoenaed him for a deposition. Allegations swirl that Hugh played a significant role in the on-set dynamics during the filming of It Ends With Us, with some insiders suggesting he may have applied pressure behind the scenes to influence certain decisions. This isn't just idle speculation. Court documents hint at his involvement in key moments that fueled tension between Blake and Justin. And then there's the timing of his sudden divorce announcement after 27 years of marriage. The split came right as the lawsuit drama began heating up, leading many to question whether it was truly a coincidence or a carefully orchestrated PR move designed to shift public attention away from the brewing scandal. After all, what better way to distract from accusations of workplace misconduct than by dropping a personal bombshell, guaranteed to grab headlines? But here's the thing, not everyone is buying it. Fans who once admired Hugh's squeaky clean image are now rethinking everything they thought they knew about him. Was he really the supportive friend to Ryan Reynolds, or was he playing both sides to protect his own interests? His involvement in this mess has opened up a Pandora's box of questions, casting doubt on his motives and leaving his once impeccable reputation hanging by a thread. Could this be the beginning of the end for Hugh's golden boy status in Hollywood? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, his presence in this case adds yet another layer of chaos to an already explosive situation. Speaking of images, let's talk about Ryan Reynolds. While Blake's husband has stayed mostly silent publicly, court documents reveal a darker side to his involvement. Leaked emails show Ryan allegedly orchestrating smear campaigns against Justin, influencing gossip sites, and attempting to blacklist him from future projects. To top it off, insiders claim Ryan inserted himself into production decisions during filming, despite not being part of the creative team. Is this a desperate attempt to salvage his family's reputation or something more sinister? It's hard not to question Ryan's motives when you look at the sheer scale of his alleged interference. Sources close to the production of It Ends With Us have pointed out multiple instances where Ryan reportedly stepped in to make calls that weren't his to make. From demanding changes in the script to pushing for specific edits in post-production, his fingerprints seem to be everywhere, far beyond what one might expect from a supportive spouse. And then there's the matter of the leaked emails, which paint a picture of someone deeply invested in shaping public perception. Allegedly, Ryan worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure every headline about Justin was negative, even going so far as to micromanage how certain media outlets framed their stories. But why go to such lengths? On the surface, it could appear like Ryan is simply trying to protect Blake, their carefully curated image as Hollywood's golden couple. After all, with 4 kids and a brand built around the idea of perfection, any crack in the facade could spell disaster. Yet, others suspect there's more at play here. Could it be insecurity, jealousy, or perhaps an obsessive need to control every narrative surrounding his life? Whatever the reason, the cost of Ryan's alleged vendetta has been staggering. According to reports, Justin Baldoni has lost upwards of $10 to $15 million in potential projects, all because Ryan seemingly made it his mission to dismantle the actor's career. And let's not forget the broader implications of these actions. By allegedly manipulating media coverage and leveraging his influence within Hollywood circles, Ryan hasn't just targeted Justin, he sent shockwaves through the industry. People are now questioning whether this kind of behavior is becoming the norm among the list celebrities who feel entitled to bend reality to fit their needs. It's worth noting that none of this would have come to light if not for the mounting legal pressure, forcing both sides to air their dirty laundry. So while Ryan may have thought he was safeguarding his empire, his tactics might end up doing more harm than good for himself, for Blake, and for their once untouchable image. The tide turned dramatically once the UK-based ITN documentary aired, sending shockwaves through both Hollywood and the public sphere. Viewers worldwide tuned in to witness Blake's seemingly polished persona unravel in real time, piece by painful piece. Exclusive interviews with industry insiders, private text messages between Blake and Justin, and never-before-seen behind-the-scenes footage painted a picture that was far removed from the victim narrative she had meticulously crafted. The revelations were impossible to ignore. Each clip, each quote, seemed to chip away at the carefully constructed image of perfection she had spent years building. Social media erupted almost instantly, with hashtags like #BlakeExposed trending within hours, as fans and critics alike dissected every detail. Online forums buzzed with heated debates, memes mocking her courtroom breakdowns went viral, and even casual observers couldn't help but weigh in on the scandal. Suddenly, the same woman who once commanded unwavering support and admiration found herself facing widespread scrutiny, her every move analyzed under a microscope. Even longtime fans began questioning whether Blake had crossed a line in pursuit of control, with many accusing her of manipulating the narrative for personal gain. What was once seen as strength now felt like desperation. What was marketed as victimhood now reeked of calculated strategy. Her Golden Girl reputation crumbling faster than anyone could have predicted. This sudden shift in public perception marked a turning point, not just for Blake, but for how such high-profile cases are viewed in the digital age. It wasn't just about the allegations anymore, it was about trust, authenticity, and the lengths one might go to protect their legacy. And as the court of public opinion delivered its verdict, it became clear Blake Lively's empire was teetering on the edge, one revelation away from total collapse. So, where does this leave us? What started as a seemingly straightforward harassment claim has spiraled into an all-out war, ripping back the curtain on Hollywood's darkest secrets and exposing just how fragile reputations can be. With every leaked text message, courtroom outburst, and conflicting testimony, the case has become less about truth and more about power, manipulation, and control. Behind the scenes, celebrity depositions like Hugh Jackman's awkward involvement and Ryan Reynolds' alleged PR sabotage are adding layers of complexity that no one saw coming. Meanwhile, Blake Lively's carefully curated image as Hollywood's golden girl is crumbling faster than anyone could have predicted. The ITN documentary didn't just her dirty laundry, it set the entire narrative ablaze, leaving her scrambling to regain public sympathy. And yet, for all the chaos, Justin Baldoni isn't walking away unscathed either. Legal fees are piling up, career opportunities are drying up, and his once stellar reputation is under constant attack. This isn't just a personal battle, it's a professional demolition derby, with both sides taking hits they may never recover from. The stakes couldn't be higher if Blake loses. She risks losing not only credibility, but also the illusion of perfection she spent years building. If Justin loses, he stands to lose everything: his career, his finances, and possibly even his place in Hollywood history. Beneath the glitz and glamour, there's a sobering reality at play. Reputations aren't built to withstand this kind of scrutiny. When your life is lived in front of cameras and your relationships are managed by PR teams, it doesn't take much for the foundation to crack. And now, with Brian Friedman refusing to back down, Mia's analysis throwing fuel on the fire, and new evidence emerging almost daily, the pressure is mounting exponentially. How much longer can Blake hold up under the weight of her own contradictions? Will Justin emerge victorious, clearing his name and reclaiming his career? Or will the toll of this legal battle leave him irreparably damaged? One thing is certain: neither side is backing down anytime soon. Settlements have been rejected. Apologies seem impossible, and the court of public opinion is divided. As more documentaries surface and additional revelations come to light, this saga shows no signs of slowing down. It's a real-life drama unlike anything we've seen before, a toxic mix of egos, lies, and desperation playing out in real time. Stay tuned, because the next chapter promises to be even juicier, and trust us, you won't want to miss what happens next.